Hi everybody, today I'm just going to give you a little update about my process trying to get into the Air Force Reserves. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the down bar. I am also an Air Force wife, and if you have any questions about being a spouse to a military man or a spouse to a military woman, that's perfectly fine. Just please leave a comment or a question below and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. I'll first begin with telling you about the first meeting with the recruiter. After I called on the base, I actually live through base housing with my husband, I tried to locate the correct recruiter for me. Each recruiter has its own domain. So if a certain area or county has one recruiter and you live within that county, you're actually supposed to go to that recruiter. Well, I actually called the base to figure out which recruiter I was supposed to go to, and they directed me to the wrong one because they didn't realize that I was in base housing. So I went over to the other recruiter, and I actually brought all my information with me, my social security card, my birth certificate, my high school diploma, my college credits, my marriage license, my marriage certificate, all that information with me, and he actually made a copy of it. And we started talking about exactly what I was, my main goal was, and then we kind of got on the subject of, where I lived at, and he was starting to put my information into the computer, and then he found out that I was in base housing, and he had to stop his process and say, I'm sorry, but you're actually at the wrong one, but I'll be more than happy to send your information to the correct recruiter and have him give you a call whenever he's ready to see you. So after a couple days, I got an email from the first recruiter saying that he sent my information to the other recruiter, but he was having a hard time getting a hold of me, and he probably had the wrong phone number. So I sent him my phone number back through an email, and within the next 5 to 7 minutes after I sent that email, the new recruiter gave me a call, and my brother and my sister-in-law were actually here, or my brother's fiance, soon-to-be sister-in-law, was here on spring vacation. I was outside, just taking up some air, and I was speaking with the recruiter, and he was like, well, can you meet with me tomorrow at like 2 o'clock? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not, the faster the process, the better. So I actually went with my brother. My brother is previous Air Force as well. So I wanted him to be there with me in case, the recruiter said anything that he wasn't supposed to, or was giving me false information. So I did invite my brother to go with me. At that meeting, it was basically just going over the same information that the first recruiter did, just making sure that his name was on the information instead of the other one. I had to fill out a medical form pretty much saying if I had any, defects, pretty much. If I had anything wrong with my eyes, which I did, I wear contacts, so I had to write that down. Any broken bones or dislocated joints, if I had any signs of dizziness, or I had anything mentally wrong with me or physically wrong with me, is basically what that was. I also had a surgery back when I was in the 3rd grade, so I had to write that down and the date. And then I had to sign it again. I also had to fill out information for my first visit at MEPS, which is the physical. During the physical, you'll get a bunch of different tests that they do, and I will do a video on that after I go, because I will actually be going this following week on Thursday. I'll be staying the night in a hotel, and then be waking up bright and early for breakfast, and then we will be shuttled over to the actual MEPS station to get our physical. And I'll be more than happy to do also another video to show you what I'm bringing with me to MEPS. After I had that meeting with the recruiter, he emailed me almost every day, maybe once or twice a day, just giving me more information about what was going on. And then he also sent me a security clearance email, which I had to go in, fill out all my information, and Some recruiters do that and some of them don't. It just really all depends on the process of which they're trying to go through. My recruiter's been a recruiter for 8 years, and he kind of has this down to pat with the way he likes to do it. So, you know, the faster the better. That's fine with me. So I actually got that filled out. And then I had to go for my pre-MEPS briefing, which is pretty much, this is your folder, this is what's in your folder, this is what you need to put more in your folder, like you have to have your original copy of driver's license, social security, birth certificate, and one other thing, but I can't remember. Oh, my spouse ID. My cat wants to be in the video. She's freaking out. And he put little boxes on there so that when I get ready to leave, I can check off and make sure that they are in that folder with me so that I won't forget them, because it would be traumatic if I got there and I forgot one document and I wouldn't be able to get my physical. So, also he told me what to wear, what to expect. I'll also be staying in a hotel. It's like 20 miles from the actual MEPS station. I will have to check in before 8 p.m. at the hotel that night, the night before my physical. I'll also be staying in a room with the same sex, but somebody that I don't know. So if you're a little sketchy about that, you know, you might want to prepare yourself to stay with somebody that you don't know, which it should be completely fine. If somebody's different than you, doesn't mean that they're weird. It just means that they're different from you, so don't be freaking out. But then after that, we kind of discussed kind of the jobs that I was interested in and things of that sort. But I will be going to MEPS next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, and I will put a video up of what I'm packing from MEPS in the next couple of days, because I don't want to do it too soon, because if I want to wear something, I don't want to pack it. Also, I got to pack my contacts and things of that sort. And also, I will do a video after MEPS to let you know how my process went and exactly what they did and how they did it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll be more than happy to answer any of them. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!